If your neighbors know you are prepping, you are already looted. In a collapse scenario, silence is your only means of survival. This isn't paranoia. It's a fundamental rule of operational security. Let's visualize the space we're working with. Picture a standard 2D floor plan of a typical 600 square foot apartment. It's a simple box, a living room, one bedroom, a small kitchen, and a bathroom. Now imagine red dots appearing just outside those thin drywall partitions. Those dots are your neighbors. They hear you come and go. They hear arguments, laughter, and the sounds of construction. They are the biggest variable in your survival plan. To counter this, we need to adopt a new mindset, a concept I call X-ray architecture. It's not about seeing through walls, but seeing into the hidden voids of your environment. Take your living room sofa. It looks like a simple piece of furniture for comfort and relaxation. But with our X-ray vision, we see its potential. We flip it over, carefully slit the bottom fabric, and begin to hollow out sections of the thick upholstery foam inside the cushions. We're not destroying it, we're sculpting it. Each carved-out space becomes a perfectly sized compartment for a stack of canned goods. The cans are wrapped in a thin layer of cloth to prevent rattling. The foam still provides comfort, the exterior is unchanged, and dozens of pounds of food have just vanished from sight. Now, turn that X-ray vision to the entertainment center, specifically the bookshelf against the wall. It's filled with books, a visual barrier. But what's behind them? Dead air. Most bookshelves are 12 inches deep, but the average paperback is only 5 or 6. That's a gap of 6 inches of wasted volume. This is where we construct a false back. It's a simple project. A single sheet of 1/4-inch plywood, cut to fit the inside dimensions of the bookshelf. We install it 4 inches forward from the actual wall, securing it with small L brackets. To the casual observer, it just looks like the back of the bookshelf. But that 4-inch deep cavity we've created is a game changer. It's the perfect dimension for laying packets of freeze-dried food flat. Stacked row upon row, you can conceal months' worth of high-calorie, low-weight rations, rice, beans, powdered milk, all hidden behind a facade of literature. The weight is negligible, and the space is completely reclaimed from the void. It's a hidden pantry, protected by the most mundane camouflage imaginable, knowledge. Let's move into the most private space in the apartment, the bedroom. Here we tackle the single heaviest and most critical component of any stockpile, water. The average person needs a gallon of water per day. For 3 months, that's 90 gallons, weighing over 750 pounds. Storing that in jugs and bottles is a logistical nightmare and an obvious giveaway. The solution lies beneath where you sleep. We dispose of the traditional box spring, a hollow, inefficient, and often flimsy structure. In its place on the floor, we lay down a foundation of interlocking water bricks. These are heavy-duty, BPA-free plastic containers, specifically designed to be stacked and to bear immense weight. They fit together like Lego blocks, creating a solid, stable platform. Once filled, they form a low-profile, distributed reservoir. The weight is spread evenly across the floor joists, preventing any structural strain. We place the mattress directly on top. Someone could sit on the bed, sleep on the bed, and never suspect a thing. A quick calculation on a queen-sized frame reveals the hidden capacity: 50 gallons of potable water, completely silent, completely invisible. Our final modification for today brings us to the bedroom closet, a space often chaotic but rarely optimized for concealment. Push aside the hanging coats, the shirts, the jackets. You're looking at the back wall. It appears solid, just another plasterboard surface. But this is another illusion we can create. The depth of a standard closet is more than what's needed for hanging clothes. We can steal a few inches of that depth to create another hidden void. We construct a simple frame using 2x2 lumber, fastening it to the studs of the actual back wall. This frame creates a shallow cavity. We then cover it with a sheet of plywood, cut precisely to size. The panel is painted to match the rest of the closet interior. Instead of being permanently fixed, it can be secured with a few hidden screws painted over to blend in, or even powerful neodymium magnets for quicker access. This new false wall creates a secure vertical space, perfect for storing more sensitive items that require both security and immediate access, all shielded by a row of everyday clothing. We have successfully secured the heavy water and bulk food in the living areas, but to reach a true 3-month capacity, we must exploit the hidden voids in the utility rooms. Specifically, the kitchen offers the highest density of dead space, starting with the 4 inches of air underneath your cabinets known as the toe kick. Most people see this as a place for dust bunnies to gather. We see it as prime real estate. By installing a simple, spring-loaded hidden drawer, you've just created a concealed pantry for flat, dense goods. Imagine rows of calorie-dense canned tuna, Spam, or vacuum-sealed pouches of rice and beans, completely invisible yet instantly accessible with a simple push. This isn't just storage. It's strategic placement of life-sustaining resources. Now look next to your refrigerator. That awkward 6-inch gap that seems to do nothing but collect crumbs. That's your new vertical pantry. A custom-built or store-bought slide-out rack, often sold as a spice rack, can be slotted right in. This slim tower is perfect for organizing spices, cooking oils, vinegars, and other non-perishables, keeping them out of sight but perfectly inventoried for when you need them. You've just weaponized the wasted architecture in the busiest room of your home. Let's move from the kitchen to the bathroom, an often underestimated zone for clandestine storage. Your bathtub isn't just for bathing. It's a hollow vessel. Many tubs have a removable side panel, a simple piece of acrylic or fiberglass held on by clips or magnets. Behind it lies a cavern of empty space surrounding the plumbing. This is where you can methodically stack your hygiene supplies. Extra toilet paper, bars of soap, toothpaste, and comprehensive first aid kits. In a prolonged crisis, sanitation becomes as critical as food and water, and this hidden cache ensures you have it. But we can go even further with security. Look up at your shower curtain rod. A standard rod is hollow, flimsy aluminum. By replacing it with a sturdy, hollow steel rod with screw-on end caps, you've created a modern-day dead drop. It's the perfect place to secure high-density valuables that must be hidden from everyone. Gold or silver coins, rolled-up cash, or even data on a USB drive can be slid inside, transforming a simple bathroom fixture into a discreet, fire-resistant safe. Now we focus on the powerful principle of verticality. People rarely look up. The space above your door frames, particularly in a hallway or bathroom, is a psychological blind spot. By installing a single deep shelf painted the exact same color as the wall, you create storage that is functionally invisible to anyone standing in the room. This isn't for daily use items. This is for the deep reserve. The extra medical supplies, communication devices like a hand crank radio, or critical water filters. This principle of using overlooked space extends throughout the apartment, especially for renters who can't make permanent changes. Think about furniture that does double duty. An ottoman isn't just a footrest, it's a chest for blankets and bulky winter clothes. A lift-top coffee table conceals not just remotes, but emergency rations and tools. The space under your bed isn't a void. With low-profile rolling bins or vacuum-sealed bags, it becomes one of the largest and most practical storage areas in your home. Ideal for seasonal clothes, extra bedding, or your fully stocked go bag. Over-the-door organizers in closets and pantries turn unused surfaces into vertical storage for everything from shoes to canned goods. All of these modifications come together to serve one central philosophy, the gray man concept. When you look at the floor plan of your apartment, it should appear completely normal, even minimalistic, unremarkable. But when you toggle on that mental X-ray vision, it should glow with meticulously organized caches of supplies. The goal is not to build a bunker that screams prepper and makes you a target. The goal is to blend in seamlessly. To be the person nobody suspects is prepared for anything, because your preparedness is woven into the very fabric of your living space. You've created an environment of quiet resilience, a space where every inch serves a purpose without broadcasting its intent. Security through obscurity is the ultimate advantage. Your apartment is now a fortress that looks like a studio, ensuring that while the rest of the city panics, you can disappear in plain sight.